Paperboy News here to deliver y'all that daily report. Now shout outs to Paul P and the Nothing to Something podcast. He had Cowboy on his platform and they discussed Big U and his current situation. So let's get straight into it. Now Paul P said no matter what people say about Big U, at the end of the day, he was putting money in his community and even helping out the kids. But he said all of that was overlooked, all due to 600, Whack 100 and Loose Cannon gossiping about Big U online. Now Paul P said no matter what they say about Big U, what have y'all done for y'all community? Because Big U tried to prevent crimes in this community and he was even helping out the kids to stay away from gangbanging by focusing on sports. Now Paul P said when Nipsey Hussle was alive, rest in peace, he was trying to build up his Crenshaw community by trying to create black-owned businesses. And he said ever since his passing, white people came in and built their own companies, so now everything in the hood is no longer black-owned. Now Cowboy said when Big U got locked up, a lot of black families were hurt because they were on payroll.
To the community, a lot of people was working for bro and there's a lot going on, a lot of families affected, yes, it's gonna be a long trial to see how that's gonna unfold.
Now Cowboy said one thing about the ghetto is nobody supports each other. And he said even before Nipsey's fame, rest in peace, nobody supported him in his early rap career, which is why he was pushing his music and selling it straight out of the trunk of his car. And he said as soon as the Rollin 60s started seeing that his fame started gaining traction and he started making money off of his music, that's when they started supporting him. Now Cowboy said unlike Whack 100, Brick Baby, and everybody else that's trolling online, he said the reason why he's been laying low from the internet was because he focused on his family and his kids, and after that got situated, he figured he'd start podcasting again. Now I guess Eddie Boy watched that segment on Nothing to Something podcast, and he told Cowboy, since when did you get that name? Cause I thought you was Lil Kim Mac from Rollin 60s. And he said didn't nobody give you that name, and the only Cowboy that I know is this big homie Big Cowboy who already rested in peace. Now Eddie Boy said he don't know Cowboy, but what he does know is when he did his research online on him, he found out that he's an ex-offender. Then he also found out that Cowboy took the stand on another member from Rollin 60s. Now Eddie Boy said the reason why Cowboy's acting weird like that is because he went up under Big U, which means that no matter what wrong Big U did, in the eyes of his little homie Cowboy, he can never be wrong. Now Eddie Boy said the problem with followers is they're scared to stand on their own 2 feet, and even though they see their big homies doing something wrong, they can't speak up. Now Eddie Boy said the problem with people like Big U and other big homies from other sets, they spend their whole life gangbanging trying to be big homies, but don't want to deal with the consequences of being a big homie when ish like this happens. Now Eddie Boy said the problem with Big U is he let everybody know that he's a big homie from Rollin 60s online. And he said what happens with that is you're going to have people like the Alphabet Boys come after you, and you're going to have a lot of people that's envy of you that's going to basically snitch on you whenever they can. Now Eddie Boy said when they try to put rat allegations on me, nobody even tried to believe me or even look up paperwork to find out if it's true or not. They just believed that person because he was a big homie. But he said now that the roles have reversed and they put those allegations on a big homie, don't nobody want to believe it's true. Now Cowboy said Big U has did nothing but try to uplift the Crenshaw and Slauson community. But according to Eddie Boy, he did the total opposite. But now that you guys heard the content, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in that comment section. Hit on notifications to get the latest drop on my videos. Paperboy News stand. Y'all be safe and stay dangerous out there. Down.